Oh, that's good. I guess. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that I'm doing, what I've done to try to get in shape. Don't let the mountain bike scare y'all. Okay, it's part of the deal. I'll be right back. I think me doing a video sweating after a workout's a good time to prove kind of what I'm trying to do. Guys, these things are hard. I don't know how to do a fitness video. It's been too long since I did my first video about this stuff. I'm trying, every day I'm thinking about how to come out and show you what I'm doing. So I thought, well, I'm just going to tell you what I've been doing. I've lost as much as 45 pounds. I may be better than I don't weigh myself. Scales are the devil. I see people weigh themselves every day hoping for improvement, doing everything they can to shed another ounce. Scales are not my buddy. The only time I got weighed is when I'm at the doctor's office three times this last year. And it's pretty nice to see that scale fall every time. It's not about weight. It's about how you feel and how you look, how your shape is, and that's the key. You've got to feel better, and that's the number one thing. Another quick benefit, I'm a fisherman. A lot of you guys watching this watch my fishing stuff, my outdoor stuff. 3 years ago, about 4 hours in a boat's all I could handle. I would fish more than that, but 4 hours I was dying. I mean, back hurt. I've never had back problems in my life until I had an ankle injury several years back. And anyway, all that comes from a bad foundation. My back hurts every day now, but it doesn't hurt like that. It hurts sore. I'm sure I need a new bed. That's more stuff for later. I feel better, mostly. And when you feel better up here, it all works. So that's kind of my point. So what I have done, I got hurt 10 years ago, misdiagnosed, dropped like a hot tater by work comp. I'm a mess. I still have a bad leg. They'll never do anything else for me. I'm done. I walk bad. I walk crippled, and it got my frame of mind went stupid, and I put on a bunch of weight. And I knew it. It was a brain thing. Your mind gets in the way, y'all. Get your mind out of the way, things get better. So, 3 years ago, I said, okay, that's enough. We got to fix this. I saw a picture of myself like the one I'm going to show here, and I went, wow, because you just don't realize. You look sideways at mirrors. You walk down a store, Walmart or whatever, you don't look at those big... We have a restaurant. It's hard to eat right when you own a restaurant. It's not so much the food in the restaurant, it's the hours. Bunch of things. First thing I quit doing was drinking soda, or at least much soda. I had one yesterday, but just one. That's another point, another whole story. When that soda fountain's there, and you can go over to it anytime you want and suck down a Coke or something, it's so easy to do. My dad worked and retired from Pepsi Cola. It made me what I am. I grew up, I could have all the soda I wanted for free. You know what? It's sinful. And I don't do diet. All the things you hear about how bad that stuff is for you too. So the soda, cut it out. Another video, I'll talk one once in a while, yeah, but I don't drink soda every day. I go several months without soda here this last few years. That was the first step, and I immediately saw a difference. Sped up. Things changed. However, I started drinking more sweet tea. I don't think I'm addicted to sugar. So the next year, I realized how much sweet tea I was drinking, amongst other things. I cut it out. Rarely have a sweet tea now. And I cut my sugar and my coffee in half. I still have sugar once a day, a teaspoon or two in a big cup. Some days, whatever. Sugar is the enemy, I know that. Processed sugar, this crap they're feeding us, that's a whole nother video. So, cut the soda and that out. The next thing, it goes back to my bodybuilding days. I try, when it's working, and it ain't working right now very well. I have a family, I have my daughter's home. Eating around them when they don't eat my way is so hard. And you feel rude if you don't eat their way. 5 to 6 meals a day, y'all. Not big meals. Now, when I was a bodybuilder, those meals may be 1,000 plus calories apiece. I was also 24 years old. Yeah, that don't happen no more. But like right now, it's been, oh golly, it's been 3.5 hours since I ate. That's too long. I've been working on my bike and riding my bike. It's too long. I'm due for something. If it's fruit, which is boring, if it's a sandwich, whatever, small meals. I don't worry about the calories per meal so much. They're just small. It keeps your metabolism up. It gets your engine running. It's just a fact. I learned this from my bodybuilding days. Of course, when you're working out, you have to have the carbs for energy and the protein to recover. So you got to think about that too, and the empty calories from sugar and stuff. But it's not that hard a deal. Just eat, break your meals up, have one normal sized meal a day, and have 4 more small meals. Now, this is my opinion. This is the way I did it. And still, y'all need to go to a doctor before you do anything. Doctors suck, I know. You're always scared you're going to come away sicker than you went in. It's happened to me. But you need to know before you get started, if you're going to be serious about this, I think. Especially if it comes to working out. Something along the food thing I learned as a bodybuilder, and I forget, it's so easy. Chew your food. You really cannot believe how much you gain and how much your body fights when you swallow that food wholesale. And everybody, I have a restaurant, y'all. I watch people forking it. As Americans, we're horrible. We're lazy, fat, horrible slobs. We're living a better life than we know. And smaller bites and chewing your food. And I'm telling you, it's an effort. But you think about it, and it makes you feel fuller faster. It makes you more relaxed when you're eating. I know we all get in a hurry and things, but taking big bites and swallowing like my dog does is not good. Think about it next time you're eating something. Take 3 extra chews per bite and see if you don't feel a difference. And this all adds up. This is no big quick fix. This works for me. Maybe it won't work for you. I know that nobody's ever going to do this for me. I got to do this for myself. And part of the fun and the struggle. Eating your last meal too late in the day before you go to bed. Sinful. I haven't seen nothing about this stuff on the internet. Supper for most of us should be 5 to 6 o'clock if you're going to bed at 9 to 10 or 11, whatever. And it's all according to your plan. Everybody's got different schedules. Some people work graveyard shift, it's backwards, but still, my family is horrible about eating at 9 o'clock at night and doing nothing the rest of the night but lounging around and going to bed. Man, y'all, that is just going to fat. That's just going to, and your body slows down. Your body has to work harder to digest, and your metabolism slows down. So, ultimately, that's where my restaurant is an issue because we're working at that time. Ultimately, I like to try to eat, and I'm not doing a good job at none of this, by the way. I try to eat right before we go to work. And, of course, by the time we're done with work, I'm hungry again. Because that's one thing about eating all these extra meals. Your metabolism speeds up. You get hungry easier. It's also easier to sate that hunger this way, though. I will have a big glass of chocolate milk. I like 1% milk. I like skim milk. There's no nutritional value in modern milk anyway, but I like chocolate milk. I used to do the Slim Fast thing, and for weird reasons, I don't do Slim Fast anymore. I've met one of the owners. That's a whole nother subject. But chocolate milk, very low calorie, very low fat, before I go to bed, and it keeps me good through the night. I wake up 4 or 5 in the morning, stomach ground, but I can make it on to the morning. That's the way it's working for me. If your stomach's growling, if you get too hungry, that's bad. You go catabolic, your body starts burning muscle to make its calories back up. You don't burn fat if you're catabolic. There's a lot of science behind all that, but I consider that a meal too. That's my 6th meal, and I don't do that every day. I really need to. See, that's my whole thing. I need to do all this stuff I'm talking about every day, and I don't. I'm not. I got a long ways to go. I'm just trying to share my thoughts with y'all. Then we get to the elephant in the room, the exercise, y'all. Well, there's a thing called plateaus. Everybody has tried to get in shape, has hit plateaus. In my bodybuilding days, I put on 60-some pounds of muscle, but about 45 pounds of muscle in, I quit. I didn't matter what I did working out. I changed routines. I did double splits, worked out twice a day. Everything. Could not put on any. I was getting better shape, kind of, but I wasn't putting on any more muscle. It's a plateau. You hit a spot where you stall out. Especially true dieting, which that's a whole other thing too. You hit plateaus. My first plateau was after I quit drinking the soda and the tea and watching what I was eating. I lost 20, 25 pounds real quick, and then it went almost a year and nothing. Everybody, oh, you're looking good, the compliments, but nothing else. So at, at that time, 58 and a half years old, my body said, okay, we've done what we can do, we're done. So it comes down to aerobic exercise, and that's the boring thing. And if you do everything else I've talked about and it helps you, wonderful. Maybe you don't have to exercise. I got to. So walking is bad on my ankle. Elliptical machines and stuff are fine, but I'm over 20 miles from the nearest gym. You can't stay motivated if you got to drive that far to a gym. I got weights in my house, got weights in my restaurant, got weights at my neighbors. I own weights all over the place. And that's another story too. But anyway, as far as working out aerobically, getting your pulse rate up, bad. So a year and 9, 10 months ago, I bought a mountain bike. I thought about it. My doctor, everybody rides them. It's a big thing. I went and bought a cheap one from Walmart, and it didn't hurt my ankle. Lord of mercy, I wish I'd done this 10 years ago, guys. So I rode that junky bike till last year, and I bought a better bike. It's a great bike. It's not a high dollar bike. It's a wonderful bike. I'm still tuning, making it fit me, and I'm having to fit it as I change. Ongoing process. And I'm riding some pretty nasty hills here in central Missouri in the northern Ozark Plateau. A lot of 13 to 15% grades, and I know someday I'm going to crash it. Made my longest ride ever 2 days ago, 20-mile ride on the Katy Trail, which is a revamped railroad track through the middle of the state, almost border to border in the state. Really flat, easy ride. 20 miles of it, I was tired. You never quit pedaling. It was a whole different kind of ride. Interesting. So I'm working on that. That is my aerobics. I'm finding it's easier to pull some hills now. I'm going to have to work a little bit harder to maintain, but that's getting busted through those plateaus. That's the thing. You've got to change. The whole plateau thing happens, you need to back off. If you get to where you're not making gains, do something different. If you get to where it's not working, back off for a few weeks. Don't work out. Don't get stupid on diet, but just do some different things. Try to figure a way around those plateaus, and that's where the issues with me have been. The bike, I haven't hit one yet, as long as I'm riding. I will hit one because I have to find a place where I can push through or change up. That's good. If my ankle is better, I do more walking. I can do limited walking as long as I got new shoes. And some of these hills are hard rocks, boulders. Yeah, not good. You gotta find motivation, y'all. I'm hoping. I've got buddies of mine on the internet. We've talked about this stuff. I don't believe in diets. If diets work, everybody do diets. And diets sometimes take more discipline than most people have anyway. Got a buddy of mine mentioned a keto plan. I don't know what that is. He said it's fairly expensive. I'm not paying for what I know how to do myself, I don't think. That it's a thought process. It's the idea behind. It's a motivation it takes to make it happen. I'm down somewhere around 45 pounds. I've had some issues this winter. I've got through most of that now, or I'd be down more. I think I need to go another 40. I don't know if I can do that or not. I'm 60 years old. But I'm in better shape, cardio-wise, my breathing, everything is better. It's been in years. I need to work on this a little bit because that's another issue, the pain thing. We'll talk about that in another video. Guys, I hope somebody's getting something out of this, or girls. I feel stupid talking to camera about fitness because I'm no fitness guru. God bless you guys. Talk at you soon.